Just check that everyone can hear us too. And you've got to put sound on your. We're running. Are we there already?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
fantastic.
live.
Hi there, it's Nick van den Berg, the CMO of Blockdag.
Hi, and Anthony Turner here, CEO of Blockdag.
We're just waiting for 1 or 2 minutes just to let everybody on the top of the hour, 8 o'clock. I think we 1 past, so we're just waiting for a few more people just to join. Got an exciting, packed live demo today. So this is very exciting. We're doing something a little different. We're in studio. We're going to be showcasing the X1 and the X10 miner. So yeah, very exciting over the next few minutes. So we're just waiting now, and we'll commence in about another minute.
Yeah, we've got 350 people and counting. So that's great to see. Our first live demo. So yeah, very exciting.
Yeah, and what you won't see behind the scenes at the moment is that we've got a live feed of the phone and the mining devices here to my left actually. But we're going to take you through everything in a minute, and it's going to actually show you on the screen all the various steps that you're going to take to pair your device and start actively mining.
Just as a sound check, because we obviously can't hear you guys, can you just put your hand up if the audio is coming through okay?
So testing.
Lots of hands. Okay.
Good, hands are good. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think we can probably get going, Nick, if you want to.
Yeah, so this is exciting. First and foremost, everybody, thank you for joining. And going forward, what you're going to need is your phone, obviously. And you're going to need the X1 app, the latest version of the X1 app. As you can see, I've got that running on my phone, and you'll be able to see that now on the screen. So what I am actually activating, you're going to see live now on my screen as we go through the motions. And Anthony, this is the exciting part, your X10 mining device, which is quite solid, I might add. I mean, we've really spent a lot of time putting this together, the various digital components, software components, and then this incredible case that really gives it this heavy feel, premium quality, obviously, all the way. So you have your device, and that then plugs into, so you can't see this off screen, but this plugs into a USB, and that then allows for you to be able to obviously power up the device. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you through the process of pairing your device with your X1. So you'll now notice on the screen as I go through those steps. What's also going to happen is we're going to have a roaming camera, which will then showcase to you on the screen how we're actually going about scanning the QR code, what you see now on the device. So we're going to cue that in, and you'll also see the screen move a little bit as we get to a point whereby now you'll see on top of the device, as you power it up, what then takes place is a welcome message, as just happened, and then you get a QR code that you're then going to scan. So now if you look.
So maybe if we can just go back a bit. I mean, before you get stuck into the demo, which is really the exciting part, just for everyone, just to recap what the X10 does and the X1 and how the two work together. So the X1 is our mobile mining device or app that sits on the phone, and through that you can mine on your mobile device. The X10 is an extension of that. So that is our hardware device. As you've seen, it's super solid. It's got a very, very glossy screen to it. It's actually a touch screen as well, which you'll see in the demo. The X10 is needed. Well, the X10 needs the X1 to mine, so that's why we need to link the two, which you'll see happening now. And once they're linked, then the X10 mines 10 times quicker than the X1, and that's the name. So they're both engagement miners in the consensus mechanism. Important to understand. So it's part of us growing the network and encouraging people to be part of the network, but it's not part of the real mining, if you want to call it that. But yeah, that's the background, but let's get into the demo.
And then also further to that, part and parcel of the software, it does actually, once you connect the Wi-Fi, it then can update itself. So I think everyone can look forward to, a number of updates, whether that's actually the device itself and, what we can bring to this device as a whole and the engagement thereof with the community. So what you then do is on the navigation screen, There is then a new updated navigation that includes your X10 devices. What you will now see on the screen is earlier today I've already connected one of the devices that's currently actually going through its mining cycle. But now what we're going to do is we're going to actually add the new device, scanning the QR code. There might just be a little bit of a delay, but you'll see there instantly scan the QR device. It's now connecting to continue. What you then do is you can give yourself a name. The nice thing here is that actually a number of individuals might have purchased more than one mining device. So here you're able to actually give various names. So I'm going to call this Dream, and it's an X10. And this is the third device that I might have. What you then ask for is your network. So now what we're doing, and this is the reason the screen is blank, is that this is obviously going through my password for my network. So it does go blank, but what it is doing, it's actually just asking you now for your network ID. So you type your network ID and then your password. 2. Then you click continue. Now you'll see on the screen what's happening then. It is now connecting with the device itself, and you'll see here now it goes through a connection schedule. It then shows you also on your phone, on your X1, that it's now connected to the internet, and then it's giving you a status wheel, which is then connecting to the X10. So it's setting up there now. Now, once that process has happened, then a pop-up device comes on your screen here. Dream X10 version 3, or my third mining device, has now been successfully connected. You press continue, and then on the device itself, then it tells you to start the mining session, which you then click on. Let that load. Now you can see that it's connected in. Plus, then now what you'll see is the X10 3 device. Sorry, I'm looking over to the screen here, but you can see that on yours. The X10 3 device is now online. So now effectively, I mean, this is incredible. Effectively, what I've done is I've paired 2 X10s now with my X1, and that is then obviously offering me the ability to 10x now my mining opportunity that I had with the X1. An incredible first for BDAG, actually. Very, very exciting. So that's it. The other part of it, which is really cool, is that what we've also done is, sorry, there's a little bit of a delay. We've also added a leaderboard function. So what you can then see is you can then see, other individuals that have their device, as well as how long they've been mining for, what coming that we have added. So just for everyone's benefit, if you can click over to the leaderboard, you can see there there's my username, and that's effectively then been during the course of the whole entire day. Let me just start this again. It's been 10x mining now, and it's linked to my X1. So again, for everybody's benefit, you click through to the navigation there, where you're then able to pair your X10 miner to your X1, and you're able to pair up to a number of devices. I know the network has purchased, some individuals have purchased a number of devices. You're then able to pair multiple devices, provided obviously you have enough power source for each device. And just to also recap, the device itself comes with a USB-C cable, so you're able to then plug that into a power source, your laptop, or a power charger, and then obviously then will power up your device. And it's that simple. I mean, this is incredible. So it's simple to do. You then have a visual display both on the device and then on your phone, and you're able to manage accordingly. Another thing, what you can also do, I just wanted to show everybody here, as you can see now on the monitor, you can then also remove a device. So this also helps if you're, if someone else is using that device, yeah. So you can unpair the device from the X1. You can then scan the QR code, noted that all of your earnings in terms of your rewards from a mining perspective still remain active on the X1 device as part of the software, and you can then pair that with one or two other miners, which is really, really cool functionality. So folks, that's the pairing process. So let's just start again, just to show everyone. If everyone just joined in a little bit late, what I'll do is I'll quickly reset one of the devices. So now the device has been reset. We'll go through the process. You can see now on the screen, the first version of that device is now offline. Just give it a second there to think. I see the QR code's up and running. You go through the same process, scan the QR code. So I've just scanned that QR code. You can see what's happening then. It's connecting and then giving it a name. So if you've got multiple versions of the device, you just go and add number 5 or however you feel. You then add your password for your network. Just checking that the password's correct.
And it's certainly that simple.
And it's certainly that simple.
Yeah.
I mean, here it is. And now what you'll see on the screen, visual cue there, the rolling circle that then is connecting. We can see that the device has started to pair up. It's now connecting to the internet. And then you're going through an X10 status. And,
yeah, you can
and there you have it.
Multiple devices. I think there are people out there that have bought sort of 20 devices, so you can pair all of them. Also, it relies on your Wi-Fi, so you don't have to have the device connected to your phone.
Yes.
Once you've paired it, your device continues to remain online through your Wi-Fi, so you can leave it at home. It doesn't have to stay with you. The only important thing is on a daily basis, you need to restart it. So it's a bit like the X1, it mines for 24 hours. And then the engagement part of it is you need to restart it. So that's all you need to do. Keep it on the Wi-Fi, keep restarting it. If you do need to change Wi-Fi's, there's ways of doing that as well. So it's all pretty simple.
And straightforward. And as I said, we've pulled in a leaderboard functionality. So that's going to be upgraded, gamified during the course of the following weeks, months. And yeah, that's very exciting. I think this is awesome. So look out for your ship device, and we will create a really good FAQ on this. And that's it, folks. So really looking forward to everyone receiving these unboxing videos and the like, and how simple it is now to mine your BDAG. Really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're super excited to get these to everyone. I know everyone's been waiting quite a while. So just in terms of the shipping, we'll be ready to start shipping on the 15th of August. It's going to be a smaller first batch. We're just working out the size of it, and then that's going to go into a rolling shipping order. It's going to be random, so we're not sure sort of who will get when, but obviously as soon as we start that, we'll let everyone know. So I think that's for everyone to be excited about and look forward to.
So yeah, what we'll do now is we can open up the chat for some questions. Again, if there's any questions pertaining to tonight's demo, they'll be appreciated. Looking forward to answering them if there are any. But as stated, number one, your device with the latest version of the X1 app on the phone, and then that pairs with your X10 mining device. You can pair up to quite a few numbers. As we just mentioned, some individuals might have 10 or 20 devices. You're able to then go and add those devices, individually. I would recommend you give them a different name formats, version 1, 2, and 3, or numbers 1, 2, and 3. And then, as mentioned, it's as simple as that. Plus also, as you can see here on the phone, one is able to also even activate your X10, X1 mining at the same time. There is a device, as Anthony said earlier, that then prompts you to activate your mining session every 24 hours, and then certainly as part of further gamification, the leaderboard itself will add to the competitive nature of this product that we bring into the market. So very, very exciting from that perspective.
Okay, so we've got some questions here. Once again, we'll go through the ones that are on topic. So I'll read out and then we can answer between us. So the first one is, does the X1 have to be on a phone with a SIM? Whereas I have an older phone with perfect Wi-Fi, email, etc., but no longer have a SIM to be a phone. Yeah, so essentially it doesn't need a SIM as long as it's Wi-Fi enabled and it's got a camera that allows you to scan the QR code. That's all you need.
And then what happens, as you saw through that process of adding that device, what then takes place is you're actually then giving the Wi-Fi credentials to the X10 device itself. So that also doesn't need to have a SIM card in it. So you're able to use your home Wi-Fi, which then connects your phone as well as the device itself, and sharing those credentials accordingly.
Another question, where do I get the X1 app? It's where you get everything. Log in through our blockdag.network website. If you go through into the back end, you connect your wallet and you can purchase any of the 3 miners, the X10, the X30, the X100, as well as obviously the BDAGs as well. So that's the traditional place. Says the big questions. How many X10s can you actually link to an X1 app? In other words, to one phone. What's really possible? There's no actual limit. There might be a practical limit once you load 50 or 100 like that. And we'll do...
And also time to load 50 devices.
Yeah,
sure.
and time, and assuming you've got a decent phone, there's no real limit there. Once it's paired and it's on the Wi-Fi, it actually doesn't go through your phone at all. So it's talking directly to our servers in the back end via the Wi-Fi. Are they really doing 200 BDAG per day per X10? So at launch they will do 200. That will drop off as the difficulty in the network picks up. Exactly what that looks like we'll let everyone know, but the intention is that it starts at 200 and it will drop off like you would as if it was a normal miner.
Correct.
Are any of the NFTs important for the X1 miner, the X10?
No, not at this point. I know that there's various NFT drops that have been formed part of various promotions. It's not relevant in the pairing nor the mining, as you've just seen now.
Yeah. The other thing which I think Nick did mention is the device updates itself over the air.
Yes.
So when you first receive it, it will go into an update state, and I think that takes 5 to 10 minutes depending on your Wi-Fi speed. Updates itself, and then it'll be running the latest version, and then as we push out new versions, it'll do it automatically as well. So there's nothing much you have to do to update that. Obviously, you'll need the newer version of iOS or Android to be able to pair and run this.
So yeah, exactly. There was a question there on the update for iOS and Android. Obviously, I've got an Android device, but we have an iOS device. So both devices work interoperability with the X10 miner. So if you've got an Android phone or you've got an Apple phone, obviously that will work in accordance with the X1 app on your phone.
Absolutely. Another question, what's it made of? So the back is a beautiful piece of thick aluminium.
Solid aluminium. It actually weighs quite a bit.
Yeah. There's only one port, so it's very simplistic. There's no buttons, nothing else. There's nothing much else you have to do. And as we said, the screen is a touch screen. Over time, we'll include additional functionality in the screen so it becomes more rich. But at this stage, the important thing is obviously to show you what's happening and to be able to activate it to mine.
Do you restart every 24 hours in X1? Great question there. So I think what you may or may not have seen during the course of the demonstration, there is a pop-up that pops up on the actual screen interface, and that then is how you then activating the 24-hour cycle. So just like you have gone into your X1 mining app before, where you're then activating through the button, that's obviously got a countdown timer. You then have a pop-up that pops up on the device itself where you're then activating that. So you would then do that for if you have 20 devices, and then you would then go and click that activation on the device itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think importantly, you can't activate it from your mobile, and that links back to the fact that these are engagement devices, so you do need to engage with each of them, but only on a daily basis.
Yeah.
If you lose Wi-Fi, it will restart or reconnect, or there'll be a button to reconnect, or a button to reset it up if necessary, if your Wi-Fi credentials have changed.
Yeah, so that's actually a good point. So there is I guess a hard reset which you can also undertake if you feel you need to. But certainly once you've done the pairing, it then remembers the details. So if there is any Wi-Fi outage, you would just then restart the Wi-Fi process, and that then kicks into gear. But if you really wanted to make sure you change your Wi-Fi entirely, you would just then reset the device, and as you saw there, that then goes into let me show you again, just to answer that question again. I'm resetting the entire device. Your allocation is still live on your X1 device. The unit is now going into a reset app, and that reset app is predominantly there. Scan the QR code and reset any Wi-Fi if you happen to change Wi-Fi, your password, or whatever it may be. So now you can see it's actually on the screen. It will go into offline, so that you can see the version 3 there is now offline. I would then go and scan in the code, go through the process again. Now I'm obviously going to go set up my new Wi-Fi if I happen to change Wi-Fi. Plugging in the code.
And what's also useful to understand is that it keeps mining in the background. So our server knows when a device was started. So even if you unplug it, it's off the Wi-Fi, it actually keeps on mining. And that's just because our backend still knows. Obviously, if it's disconnected to the end of the session, which is the 24-hour sessions, it won't restart. You have to plug it in, get it up and running again, and then start it manually. But your session doesn't stop as soon as it's off Wi-Fi. So if Nick was to unplug one of them now, plug it in again, it goes back to where it was. So there's a question, if I've got 20 devices, how fast or how much does it increase the speed of my mining? So each device mines separately. So each device will mine 200 BDAGs per day when we first launch. So if you've got 10 of them, that's 2,000 of them. You've lost.
Sorry, no, I'm just, there was a phone call. So I'm just resetting sharing my screen.
Okay, there's a question of how similar this is to the X100 or X30. Those are completely different. I mean, they're proper ASIC miners, so they're actually mining towards the consensus. So the whole process there is very different, and we'll cover that in a different video. But you need to connect it to a node, and there's mining pools and various other things that sort of as different options to run that, but nothing to do with the X1 or X10.
Yeah, just to show everybody, restarted, reallocated. There's version 4 now, so that's how easy it is to update your Wi-Fi credentials with the unit. And you'll notice on screen all of the same exact mined BDAGs are still accounted for in your X1 app. And if you do reset it, it means you can give it away, sell it. I mean, I don't know why you would want to, but if you wish to do that, whatever you've mined up to date, you retain, and they start with a device from scratch. So they'll start with 0, but it means you can do that without worrying about losing any of the BDAG. Quite a few questions again on how many devices. There's no specific limit, so 20, 30, 40 should be absolutely fine. So I wouldn't worry about that. So if I buy another one, am I mining 20x? Effectively you're mining 10x on that device. So as you can see, I'm running 2 devices. It's not how do I explain this one? The device itself is 10x. You're not, because you're running 2, you're not getting double on both devices. That's the question. So, this one device is 10x, this one device is 10x. Effectively, you're getting 10x on each device, but not 20x because you're running 2. But effectively, you're getting 20 because you've got 2 devices.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't multiply per the number of devices you have. You're just mining twice as fast, or 3 times or 4 times as fast as anyone else, for that matter.
So we're just looking for other questions.
Just on the X10 miner, do we need to scan the QR code? Oh, no, good one. So when you're restarting the X10 miner, do we need to rescan the QR code every 24 hours? No, you don't. The actual device, once it's paired, remains an active session, as you can see. I just went through that process, and all I was then doing is there's a pop-up on the screen, and you just click my new session. So no, you don't. That was only if you wanted to update your name, and or if you wanted to reset the Wi-Fi, if you were having Wi-Fi issues, and or you wanted to change your Wi-Fi, which you would then do that too.
So another question, can it be activated remotely? No. So obviously pairing it, you need to be at the device. And then every 24 hours when you want to reactivate the mining session, you need to do it on the device. There's no remote, there's no way of doing that remotely. And that's by design as well.
On that question, there are specifications on the X10 from a power source perspective. Power
consumption's tiny. It's a very small electronic device. It's powered through through USB-C cable. We can check on that, but it's not material. It might cost you $1 every 6 months or something.
Yeah, it's definitely not drawing much power.
Yeah.
And actually quite interesting. I mean, with this amount of aluminium, it's actually very cool, to the touch. So there's no heat in the device itself. It's hardly drawing any power.
Anything else here that's...
I mean, what we can do is endeavor. We'll just take all these questions again, like we have been doing, and I'll do recorded answers to all of these questions, as I have done in a number of these AMA sessions. We also have another session tomorrow, I think, which is quite key. We'll have the entire team doing an introduction to themselves, who they are, firstly, and what they do, and and how they form part of the team. So that's going to be an exciting session tomorrow, same time.
Same time.
I know that the notifications have gone out for that, so look out for that. And then, based on all these questions, as I have been doing, I'll do video feedback on these questions as a whole, and we do and have posted these going forward. So look out for that. So thank you very much, everybody. I think really exciting, actually, that we have this taking place and imminent shipping of these devices. So it's going to allow for some very happy networkers across the globe. So really exciting times, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Great having you here as usual. And yeah, please join tomorrow evening, same time. Meet the rest of the team. Always good to have you on. And I think I've said before, we're trying to do more of these. So if we can do, well, this week we're doing 2. I mean, that's a record.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if we can do something similar at least every week, then I think we'll be happy, and hopefully the community will be too. So on that note, thanks very much, everyone. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow evening.
Thanks, everybody. Ciao.
Cheers. Bye-bye.